Hello again everyone, you're very welcome back to Projectotron, the prediction site with a difference. Now, today the keynote amongst you will notice a very big difference, and that's that I'm here on my own. Rory unfortunately won't be with us for the next couple of games. He has been banned from all footballing activity, including Projectotron, by FIFA for violent conduct. He strenuously denies the claims and believes that it's all a concoction of the British media designed to keep him out of the World Cup. Fear not, however, because we're going to replace his bulging football intelligence with the bulging football intelligence of Dennis Bergkamp. We're going to be looking inside his autobiography as we seek clues and advice looking ahead at France against Nigeria. The French topped Group E fairly handily. They took a soft win over Honduras in the first game, 3-0, followed that up with a 5-2 demolition of Switzerland, before petering out slightly in the last game with a 0-0 draw against Ecuador. Those 7 points, however, were enough to top the group and see them through to the knockout phases where they face Nigeria. Nigeria were the runners-up in Group F, where they started off with a 0-0 draw against Iran, followed by a sneaky 1-0 win over Bosnia and Herzegovina, before giving a real scare to Argentina in a 3-2 defeat in their final game. Interesting news for France here is going to be their squad selection. In defence, Sacco may or may not be fit. He's still carrying a little bit of a niggling injury in his muscles after limping out of the game against Ecuador. In midfield, we'll see the return of Yohan Cabaye after suspension. And in the attack, Mathieu Valbuena should regain his place after being rested in the Ecuador game. Who teams up with Karim Benzema on the left between Olivier Giroud and Antoine Griezmann, though, is yet to be seen. Nigeria are also hoping to welcome back their pacey winger Victor Moses, and if they're lucky, he might be able to take advantage of a slight lack of pace of Laurent Koscielny and Raphael Varane at the back should Sacco fail to make it. Personally, I know how I see this one going, but I also know how Rory sees this one going. He sees it going to France in a 2-1 win. Now, what about Dennis Bergkamp? Let's find out. Dennis, as we know, had a glittering international career, played in World Cups, and scored one of the most memorable goals in World Cup history. So, what does he have to tell us about the French mentality at international level? Well, let's see. He is French, so he is moody and arrogant. I keep telling him that as well. Ha ha ha. Off the pitch, he is just a normal, very polite and very charming guy. All the women say, Patrick, he is so charming. Cryptic stuff there from Bergkamp. Personally, I don't see any chance of Nigeria getting a goal against France. I'm fairly convinced that France are going to win this 2-0 and they're going to regain the form of the Switzerland and Honduras match before the blip that was the Ecuador game. But what about Projectotron? Projectotron saw France dominating this game from start to finish. They had 21 shots, but they couldn't break down Nigeria's stern defence. And Nigeria, even with only one shot in the entire 120 minutes of play, managed to force a penalty shootout. There the French bottle came to an end, and Antoine Griezmann with a crucial penalty blazed it over and into the crowd. So there you have our predictions. Rory is going with a 2-1 win for France. I'm going with a 2-0 win for France, but Projectotron is calling it 0-0 after 90, then 120 minutes, with Nigeria to progress on penalties. Join us later where we'll be previewing tonight's late game, and don't forget to join us tomorrow and every day during the knockout stages for more tips, advice and preview videos. We look forward to seeing you then. Enjoy the football.